coverage of the National Football League brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada, where the memorial torch honoring legendary owner Al Davis has just been lit, and we are set for football at Allegiant Stadium. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. On the visitors' sideline, their head coach. His guys looking for a second straight victory after coming out on top a week ago. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to feed off the energy in the and we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by the former Hoosier, their rookie quarterback from Indiana.
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Well, look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're sixes.
It'll come up 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Back to throw. Mendoza. Throw right side looked in here by Besh. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Now Mendoza from the gun on 3rd down. And the Broncos get there and take him down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 44-yard line.
Now it's Nix. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
And the Broncos, 1st down. A gain of 5. 1st down, Denver.
Inside handoff to Nixon. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2 at the Raiders' 38-yard line.
To throw is Nix. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And the Raiders are going to get it back here just past the 35. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll go again with Genty. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. Brings up 3rd down.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. As they've got it as we resume action. They'll go with a keeper. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
The Raiders at 5-7 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 47-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 3rd and 2.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. On first down, it's Genty. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. These two division rivals, a couple of late games on the schedule this year. Their first meeting, you might remember, was back in Week 10, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for this sweep back here at home. Open man is Naylor. He's got it. And this is going to be another first down as they make the tackle at the Broncos' 23. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
Las Vegas, first down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd.
And here's Mendoza from the gun. He'll throw. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
38-yard attempt.
And Gay knocks this one through. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Able to slither by. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Broncos offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And the numbers have looked good this season. Case in point right here. He is up there among the NFL leaders in TD passes. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. And no surprised to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick six.
And it's plays like that one, they've made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
Extra point by Gain is up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0.
Raiders 10, Broncos nothing.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they'll get him down inside the 30 to 27. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
27-yard line.
And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's second down. And the Raiders have got it. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A tough spot here. 3rd and 15. Here's Nix. And unable to connect. Incomplete. But give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, out is the rookie 6th-round pick, Jeremy Crawshaw, to punt. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taking it about the 36. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Off the bootleg, Mendoza. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. That's over the middle. He finds Naylor. The Broncos going down. 2 extra defensive backs for 3rd down.
Playing pass all the way.
Brings up 3rd and 13.
That's caught by Tucker. And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
And I believe that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
Cole now on to punt, and he sends this one away. So halftime here out west. Let's go east. That's where we find Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. The calendar now reads December. The holiday season is upon us, and the playoff picture starting to take shape. Let's get into it. Our trip around the league starts now. It begins up in Baltimore. The Ravens at home to take on the Steelers in a physical matchup in the AFC North. And this is the big man, Derrick Henry. He's going to take this one in, 11 yards on the touchdown run. The Ravens are absolutely red hot. They've now won 7 in a row as they get the job done in this one. Next up, Duval County, Jacksonville, Florida. Let's check in on the Jaguars as they host the Indianapolis Colts. And this is Jonathan Taylor. He'll take it all the way, 26 yards, it's a touchdown. Lastly, we go up to Lambeau Field. It's the Packers hosting the Chicago Bears. And it's the second-year signal caller, Caleb Williams. He'll find the former Wolverine, Colston Loveland, in the end zone. The Bears find a way to pull this one out as they escape with the narrow win. One last look now at the Week 14 scoreboard, the final week with byes. Carolina, New England, the Giants, and San Francisco all off this week. Meanwhile, in our game, just one touchdown in the first half, 10-0 your score, as we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Nothing is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Broncos offense and Bo Nix getting set for this next possession. And the numbers will show he's been one of the most productive QBs in the league all season long, right up there among the leaders in passing yardage. Mixon will get it to start the second half. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of
16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Broncos, first down.
That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the third quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
It's a pickup of
2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll go play action with Nix. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Quiddy Pay getting in there and burying him behind the line.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far. You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Once again, it's Genty. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Third quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Mendoza. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Can't get away, and he's taken down. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Denver's offense now set to go. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try to get some points.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's second down. Nix to the air. A short one to the tight end, Troutman. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
5-yard pickup on the play. And it's third down.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. An effective 7-yard third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 45.
They really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
To throw, here's Nix. And that is incomplete. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing Nix. That is caught. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
That's good for the Broncos. First down.
Mixon with a first down carry. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. Quay Walker was the one to bat that throw away. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun. Nix. He's got his target. That's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
A gain of
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Broncos, first down. 1st and goal, Denver.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. That's now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. Will Lutz on for the point after. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
Raiders 10.
So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
That's good for a Las Vegas
Up the middle, it's Genty. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
At the 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 3.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Open man is Tucker. Second catch for him today, and he'll wind out the first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try to loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
At the 44-yard line.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8.
Looking to throw. Mendoza. And this one's incomplete.
Intended for
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
3rd down and 8
Back to throw. Mendoza. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Raiders first down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the give, Genty. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no comeback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun. Mendoza. That's complete. Genty out of the backfield. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go. Here's Genty. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First, on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop them. I like the confidence he showed.
This is 1st and 10. Working out of the gun is Nix. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
They'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen here to mix him. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Well, this crowd trying to force a false start here. 3rd and inches. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Jeremy Chin, so dangerous wherever he's at on the field, and that time he gets in there for the sack.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Raider D, they get the football back. Oh, offensive nightmare there. You go for it on 4th, and the play doesn't even really get to develop a sack.
And it's so unfortunate, too, because you think you've got something good called, but if your offensive line can't hold up, That's often the result. They find a way back to the quarterback.
We got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
12 at the 44-yard line.
The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for Las Vegas, their very slim playoff hopes remain as they move to 6-7 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, you wonder what this will do to their playoff prospects as they fall to 8-5. And they'll get a chance